Oh, man. What's going on, everybody? Cannon Hotep back at it again with another one. If I'm going to do this from the house like this, or before I leave the house, I need to go and kick on my computer and change the goddamn title. Maybe I just put like a benign title or something like that. Something that just is whatever. Like Cannon Hotep is live. Just leave it at that. You know what I mean? So since I'm going to be going live on here on a daily basis, pause. Get the rest of that berry smoothie. I've been doing berry smoothies a lot. I've been doing berry smoothies a lot lately. They're fucking delicious. They are fucking delicious. So I just get some frozen berries, right? Blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. I even got like a cherry berry blend. Blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, cherries, and shit like that, right? And hold on, let me do this. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on, before I keep doing this. Let's make this a little bigger, a little smaller for real. Put that there. That's cool. Cause I want phone acting a fool, yo. So I kick. We're gonna bring this here. I wanna make this a little bigger, so I can see y'all shit a little better. Boom. We're gonna go here. All right. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. All right, there we go. There we go. I'm trying to use this flower shit to fucking shit out. There we go. Anyway. Sorry, guys. Still boomer teching it with the cell phone. Anyway, hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday. It's fucking cold outside. Yeah, my Wi-Fi acting up. So that's all that was, Mike. Anyway, yo, it's cold as shit outside. Like, Mother Nature throwing out fucking temperatures like Powerball numbers out this bitch. It is 33 degrees today. It was just 75 degrees on Saturday. Friday was nice. Yesterday and today has been like in the 40s and the 30s. Today is going to be a high of 37. What is going on? This shit is crazy. I need spring to fucking fight back or something, goddammit. This shit is crazy. It's too much. It's too much. Anyway, happy Tuesday, everybody. One in the chat if y'all can hear me. One in the chat if everything's working, everything's copacetic. You can hear what I'm talking about. All that good stuff. Let me know we good. Sitting here drinking my berry smoothie. Finished that. Finished the berry smoothie. I've been doing them a lot lately, you know. And I was saying this earlier before the phone messed up. I've been doing berry smoothies a lot lately. Like, I just get like the frozen berry blend and then like throw some heavy whipping cream in there, some beet powder, and my multivitamin, and then go to work. You know what I mean? Like I said, one in the chat if y'all hear me. One in the chat if y'all hear me. Or do I need to start all this shit over? One in the chat if y'all hear me. Let's do this. All right. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Take 3. God dang. God dang. This thing is just this one in the chat if y'all can hear me. What's going on, JR? One in the chat if y'all can hear me. All right, cool. That's what's up. We back. Oh my gosh, y'all. What's up, Jeannie? What's up, Montoya? What's going on, Sauce? What's up, Josh? We got JR. We got Steph in the building. We got Execute. What's the deal? I don't know if y'all can hear me the last time. Could y'all hear me at all the last time? I guess not. What's up, Haram? Kick updated their app. We're going to see what the updates were. But yeah, so like I was saying, yo, it's cold as shit. It's 33 degrees today. Mother Nature throwing out temperatures like fucking lottery numbers, like fucking Powerball numbers. Friday was 70s. I mean, Saturday was 77. Friday was like 70 something. Yesterday was 40. Today 33. This shit is crazy. The government weather, it's something, yo. I'm tripping. That's why people sick. Everybody been fucked up. I had something. I think most of us. How many people was at the Grifties and got sick after the Grifties? I was fucked up for like a day. Like, this shit is just wild. But you know, I digress. Anyway, I was saying I've been eating drinking these berry smoothies. I just finished this joint up. It's just frozen berry blend, some heavy whipping cream, a little beet powder, and this liquid multivitamin. This methylated liquid multivitamin that I've been using. Seems to be doing the fucking trick. Seems to be doing the fucking trick. We gonna talk about that shit, Josh. Seems to be doing the trick, and I like it. So we gonna keep it pushing for a little bit. I might even go on like just like a cleanse where I don't eat any like red meat, any meats period, and just do like veggies and berries and see how that make me feel. You heading to Florida this weekend? That's what's up. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little juice cleanse, yo. You know what I mean? So let's see. Let's get to it. So before we get into some of the shit I really want to talk about, this is where I'm gonna end this whole Carmelo Anthony shit, guys. Okay? I feel like I was being misrepresented yesterday in the spaces because I feel like everybody's emotions was too much into it, right? And I'm just trying to give the facts of the matter, right? So allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly because it's on the timeline. The police report came out, and the police report don't look good for Carmelo. Right? You got 30 plus witnesses from 5 different schools, including some coaches, that all seen what happened. According to the police report that I read last night, it seems like it's not looking good for y'all, according to what witnesses seen, right? Or the witnesses they got in the police report, right? But this is what I wanted to talk about. So everybody was talking about, what's up, Pro? So everybody's talking about, well, he put his hands on him first, so that's self-defense, right? And I'm like, that's not reasonable self-defense. That's my standing. Like, yo, you can defend yourself if somebody touch you, but it's got to be within reason, right? And that's in the law, right? Because I'm going based off the law. Like I told y'all, I operate on how things are, right? And not how shit should be. Operate on how shit should be, get your ass in jail. You feel me? So I want to show y'all this. All right, so all the people that got the energy that, oh no, he put his hands on him first, so he was justified in stabbing. Okay, I want to show y'all this. Where is it at? Here we go. I want to show y'all this story. And how many of y'all remember this? I want to know how many of y'all remember this story. This was from 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Watch this. I remember this shit because it had the timeline going crazy back in the day.
So today marks 1 year since Marquise McLaughlin was shot outside of a convenience store in Clearwater.
This is the controversial Stand Your Ground case where Michael Drinker is facing a manslaughter charge after shooting and killing McLaughlin. It was all over an argument over a handicapped parking space. 8 on your sides, Megan Gannon joins us now this morning with more in Clearwater.
Good morning, Evan. That's right. McLaughlin's family and friends are set to hold a vigil tonight to honor his memory. This as the trial for Draca is set to start next month. So surveillance video shows the shooting at the Circle A food store in Clearwater. The shooting happened after Draco was arguing with McLaughlin's girlfriend over a handicapped parking spot. The video shows how McLaughlin came out of the store and pushed Draca to the ground, followed by Draca shooting him. Draca claimed it was in self-defense. Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Galtieri initially declined to arrest Draca, citing Florida's stand your ground law. However, the state attorney's office eventually filed manslaughter charges against Draca. 8 on Your Side spoke with Draca's attorney back in June, who says the sheriff will be called as a witness and expert on self-defense.
I'm not so sure that he has changed his opinion. I think actually he still believes that it's inappropriate to prosecute Mr. Draca.
Now, in a statement, the Pinellas County Sheriff said, quote, "My opinion doesn't matter. The only opinion that matters is what the jury says."
How many of y'all remember that story? How many of y'all remember that story? I do. I couldn't remember your name. It took me a while to search for that shit. And I had to remember, like, the whole circumstance in order to find the video. How many of y'all remember that? My volume? I ain't got no sound? Oh, come on with this shit. Y'all can't hear me at all? I'm back? Okay. Did y'all hear, did y'all hear the video? All right, did y'all hear the video? All right, so how many of y'all remember that story? I remember that shit. They had the timeline going crazy when that shit happened. It was all over. He had Ben Crump down that bitch. You had Jesse Jackson and all them people, right? Now, the outcome to that story is that white man got 20 years. That white man got 20 years for shooting and killing that man. Now, the situations are similar to what happened out there in Texas. Black guy saw the white man arguing with his girl. He came out, he shoved the white man to the ground. The white man pulled out the blicky, shot him in the chest. That man died in front of his kids. He stumbled back into the store and died in front of his son. Now, when that shit came out, everybody was like, no, fuck that. That white man need to go to jail. And I was the same way. I'm like, yo, fuck that. That nigga need to go to jail. That's not self-defense. He pushed you to the ground and he backed up off you when you pulled the blicky out and you still shot him. I was like, that's not self-defense. But you had same situation. It's self-defense. He shouldn't have put his hands on him. And this is, the far right, whatever. He's just self-defense. He shouldn't have put his hands on him. I'm like, that shit ain't self-defense. That shit ain't self-defense. Shoving that man to the ground does not constitute you pulling a gun out and shooting him. Same thing with Black Twitter. Black Twitter, when that shit went down, that shit ain't fucking self-defense. All he did was push him. All he did was push him to the ground. He ain't try to beat him up. He ain't try to do this. He pulled the gun out. He shot him. That shit is not justified. This was all over Black Twitter. Now we got the roles reversed with these two kids. Now niggas forgot their whole stance on that video. Niggas forgot their whole stance on that situation that happened in Florida. Same situation. Same situation. Now all of a sudden, because the white boy put his hands on the black kid, oh, he was acting in self-defense. It's the same shit. It's the same statutes. It's the same stand your ground. Now, like I said, the police report allegedly came out. I don't know. It looked like it's a legit police report. I haven't seen any community notes. I haven't seen the police department come out and say that it's not, because the police department been coming out and disavowing fake information that's allegedly coming from the police department. But this is the one thing that they haven't done, is come out and say that this police report, it was a 7-page police report that was released. That's out. So when you read the police report, it's consistent with what's been reported in the news. It is consistent with what's being reported in the news. I have those screenshots, right? But I'm going to make sure that the shit valid before we look at it. But I wanted to bring that story up because I'm sitting there like, yo, it's the same situation. Guy arguing with dude, chick over a parking spot. Dude see dude arguing with his chick over a parking spot. He shoves dude to the ground. Dude pulls a gun out and shoots him. The outcome of this story is that white man got 20 years. Because as much as they was screaming, stand your ground, that self-defense, he feared for his life, that man pushed him to the ground, he was bigger than him. He got 20 motherfucking years because he didn't meet the criteria for stand your ground. He didn't meet the criteria for use of force continuum. It's the same shit in this situation. So like I said, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm going to leave that situation there. Y'all can say a nigga cooning. I'm telling y'all niggas how shit work in the real world, not how we want the shit to be. I can't go out here with my gun and a nigga test me and I shoot this nigga and I have no reason to shoot this nigga and call that shit I fear for my life because I got shit I can't operate in what's called a perfect world scenario because there is no perfect world scenario. I gotta operate on how shit is. If I don't, that's the difference between my black ass staying out of jail and going to jail. I tell people this shit to say this. Don't operate, and I say this all, don't operate on how you feel like shit should be. Fight for how you feel like shit should be, but don't operate on how you feel like shit should be. Operate on how the world is. You gotta learn how to move like ninjas, my niggas. You gotta move like ninjas in this world. Period, full stop. Like I said, that shit that happened in 2019 with the story I just showed you. The same motherfuckers that's out here saying that kid was acting in self-defense is the same motherfuckers that said that white man was not acting in self-defense during that story. Keep the same energy. Stay consistent. Take the emotions out of it. I don't care if that kid white and the boy black. I don't care if that man was white and that man was black. Who give a fuck? It comes down to case law. It comes down to what you legally can and cannot do. You have to use reasonable force. If a nigga punch me in the face, I can't shoot him. If a nigga do like this to my forehead, I can't shoot him. I can't escalate the force if the other person hasn't escalated the force. Period. Simple as that. So just chew on that for a minute, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Chew on it. I feel bad for both kids, man. I hate to see our young black men going down like that over some dumb shit. And Goldstein right. They father should have taught them better. They fucking teenagers. Why didn't he go get a coach? Because they fucking teenagers. The same people like, why he ain't go to get a coach? Y'all the same niggas that wouldn't have got the coach either. Y'all to handle that shit. Because you know why? Back when we was teenagers, we did stupid shit. When we was teenagers, we was full of testosterone, piss and vinegar, and fucking Adderall and Ritalin and shit. And we handled that shit because we ain't try to look like no bitch. You know? And I just call this shit how I see it. Call it straight down the middle. Like I said, like, I wanted to get my homeboys on the show. Y'all, if y'all was in the kick stream yesterday, y'all heard a couple of them. One nigga I can't put on stream because this nigga is he just can't be on stream. We just gonna put it like that. But these niggas, that nigga was facing 65 years. I forgot how much he did at a 65. Other homeboy, shot caller, he did 5. Being like this little nigga. And we talking about that shit like, nah, yo, niggas tripping. He's like, yeah, white boy probably should have minded his fucking business or went and got somebody, but that nigga is going to jail. And these niggas that been to jail for dumb shit. You know, I figure it might hit different if you see some niggas who actually did the shit. Like, yeah, nah, that's not how that shit gonna fly. I say these things because I hope younger niggas hear this shit and be like, all right, let me be more mindful of my surroundings and how shit works when it comes to that type of stuff. I'm not about to sit here and coddle people and be like, no, this is how self-defense should work. Yeah, you're right. That's probably how self-defense should work, but that's not how that shit works. This is how they look at that shit. And if you ain't in these parameters, nigga, you is going down. Simple as that. So I wanted to show y'all that story. I wanted y'all to see that story because, like I said, the same niggas that saying that this boy was acting in self-defense, it's the same people that said that that white man in that video I just showed y'all wasn't acting in self-defense and he murdered that black man. And I agree with them. I agree with them. He wasn't acting in self-defense and he did murder that black man. Just like that kid, Carmelo, wasn't acting in self-defense. He murdered that white boy. Period, full stop. Yeah. Yeah, I seen the police report. What's up, Pugsley? I seen the police report. Yep. And the police report don't fare well for the kid Carmelo. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. I read all 7 pages. It doesn't fare well for him. It's exactly what I said it was. It's exactly what I said it was. I ain't got no fucking crystal ball. I ain't out this bitch. I ain't Nostradamus. I just been in the streets for a long time. And I know how shit operate. I know how the law work. I know how the police work. I got friends in the force. Yes, he came over after they was already there and got under their tent. And they told him to leave. That makes it worse. It makes it worse. That means that they didn't walk up on him and tell that nigga to get the fuck out. He came over after they was already sitting there, according to that police report that's out. That makes it worse for Carmelo. So now if he walked over there after they was already sitting under their team's tent, he was talking shit, he's the agitator. So again, we're gonna see how this shit play out. I haven't seen after that police report that just came out. I guess it came out last night. I'm assuming it's real, but I'm gonna wait a little bit before we talk about it. We may talk about it tomorrow. I'm gonna assume it's real, but I'm not going. I don't want to read all that shit. And then, but the police department been coming out saying, yeah, this thing said this. There was like a medical examiner's report that allegedly came out, and that was fake. The police department been coming out saying that that the medical examiner shit was fake. So the police department been on top of the fake news. They didn't come out and say that this police report was fake. So I have reason to believe that the police report is real. But I'm gonna wait a little bit and then we'll talk about that police report. And then the shit is so grifty that Grok even got in on the grift. Grok even got in on the grift. I got those screenshots too, just in case them bitches got disappeared. We'll talk about it, but not right now in this situation. But I just wanted y'all to see that video and I wanted to explain this to y'all again. I don't operate on emotion, yo, because I can't afford to. I can't afford to. I don't operate on emotion in my real fucking life because I can't afford to. I don't operate on emotion on this fucking internet. Period, full stop. So, you know, me and my homeboys was talking last night. They was like, yo, that nigga getting 20. We all agreed. He's like, yo, like my man was like, yo, they probably get it because he's 17. He a kid. He said they probably give him manslaughter. He get 20. Maybe they plea out to 15 or 10. Again, niggas that been through the system, niggas that did some shit that I can't talk about on the internet. They know what's up. It's like that nigga might get 15 or 10 years because he a kid, but they gonna try him for 20. Manslaughter. So we gonna see how it go. I just wish the kid would have made a wiser decision, man. Because according to some of the reports, this kid, you know, had a future. Both of them did. I just hate to see senseless acts of violence, man. Niggas don't want to fight no more. Nobody want to shoot the fade no more, yo. Nobody want to shoot the fade no more. Everybody want to go straight for weapons. Straight for weapons. I told y'all why I carry my gun. I went on a whole rant a few weeks ago about this shit. I don't carry my gun because I'm scared of white people. I don't carry my gun because I'm scared of the police. I carry my gun because I'm scared of niggas. Black people and niggas is two different things. Understand that. Black people and niggas is two different things. Period, full stop. Everybody know that. I done been tried too many times in these streets. I done had weapons pulled out on me too many times in these streets. By my own people. By my own people. You know what I mean? So, but I can't because I'm scared of these niggas out here. I'm worried about these niggas out here acting a fool. The first time a nigga pressed me, I can't pull the gun and shoot the nigga because I feel did the nigga brandish a gun? Nah, I thought they was gonna hurt me, so I shot these niggas. I'm going to fucking jail. Gotta operate on how things are. Can't afford to operate on how I feel like shit should be. That's how niggas go to jail. Anyway, let's keep it moving. First though, let's talk about this shit. Let's talk about this. All right. So, you go from Dolly to sheep, right? You go from Dolly to sheep to a dire wolf. You clone a sheep and then you jump straight to a fucking dire wolf? Do you guys know how big a dire wolf is? You know how big they get? Right? You know how big they get? Nigga, they are an apex predator. You just cloned an apex predator? For what? Did they put that shit in the wild? Did they put that big ass fucking dog in the wild? I feel like the scientists watched too much Game of Thrones and he was a fucking fucking fan, and this nigga wanted to make some wolves. Them dire wolves are the size of fucking tigers. Probably bigger than a tiger. They are a fucking apex predator that you gonna let that shit into the wild? We got enough shit to worry about out here in the fucking world than to be worried about going out to my fucking cause look at coyotes. Coyotes are fucking on the loose. They are overbred, or they haven't been they don't mitigate the fucking coyotes. They overbred, and these motherfuckers have made their way out of the fucking mountains in the woods into fucking neighborhoods, snatching people's little cats and dogs and shit up. Imagine these dire wolves start breeding like a motherfucker. They get out of control, and you walking out to your goddamn mailbox, and you got a fucking 8-foot dire wolf staring you in the fucking face. My cousin called them horse wolves. These big ass fucking horse wolves. You got a fucking dire wolf staring at you. Fuck. Like, why didn't they stick with the woolly mammoth plan? Why didn't they stick with the woolly mammoth plan? It was like the woolly mammoths can stomp down the fucking emissions and blah 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 blah. We're gonna take the woolly mammoth DNA and we're gonna breed it with the fucking Indian elephant and we're gonna make fucking woolly mammoths. Why didn't we stick with that? Why we go straight to some shit that can fucking kill us? We are our own fucking worst enemy. We want between AI and these fucking iRobots and Skynet about to be online and shit. And Elon and his fucking brain chip. We got that shit to worry about. Now we worried about a fucking wolf the size of my fucking kitchen table. Nigga, we doomed. We doomed. We are doomed. Scientists always fucking with shit. They fucking with germs. We a Mississippi half step from some fucking Walking Dead shit. Right? They keep fucking with the wrong germ. With this gain of function shit. They trying to wipe us out. They trying to wipe us out. What the fuck? A dire wolf? Are we crazy? Oh my god. I saw that shit this morning. I had to read it twice. They look all cute. They fucking snow white little wolves and shit. Like, oh, it's so cute. When that nigga get the size of a fucking Volkswagen Beetle, we got problems. And that motherfucker, he decide that he don't want to eat deer and antelope and fucking rabbits and foxes and shit. He got a taste for some human meat. And they start hunting our asses. Nigga, could you imagine I don't want to get jumped on by a Great Dane. Imagine getting jumped on by a fucking wolf that if it's on his hind legs, that motherfucker 8 feet tall. Bruh. They fucking crazy. These scientists need to put leashes on these scientists. Who gave them the grant to make a fucking wolf? Who gave them the grant? What's up, Sauce? I didn't pull the article. I should have pulled the article. I seen that shit. I said, what is this shit? Matter of fact, I will find that shit. Hold on. This app dope though. Scientists say they received dire wolf through biotech company's de-extinction process. Why are we trying to de-extinct shit? Getting that wolf from some apex, the wolf is the apex. That wolf is the apex. Nigga. This is some fucking nope. If you ever had the reason to have a rifle, this fucking wolf is the reason to have a rifle. What's up, Reba? Oh yeah, Lyme disease. They did that shit on Plum Island. I'm sorry. Yeah, Lyme disease. Yeah, they developed Lyme disease in Plum Island, Forging Freedom. Yeah. Yep. Lyme disease. I said on Tim Pool channel, they thought I was crazy. I said that Ebola was a gain of function. It couldn't affect humans until we fucking fucked with it. You know, they thought I was crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah, we got other animals that we probably could do, that we could use going extinct, but you guys want to create an animal that'll make the animals go extinct faster. Colossal bioscientist equals Umbrella Corp. Yeah, AIDS was created in fucking Fort Detrick, Maryland. That shit wasn't in Africa. It was created in Fort Detrick, Maryland. And they went to like San Francisco where all the gay men were, and allegedly, allegedly. It's all jokes, YouTube. It's all jokes, YouTube. We're saying all of this in jest, YouTube. Okay? A lot of bioweapons is made here in Fort Detrick, Maryland, now that I think about it. What the fuck? Bruh. Yeah, that's what I said. I said, you talking about AIDS or you talking about Lyme disease? Because Lyme disease, I thought it was from Plum Island. AIDS came from Plum Island too? I thought AIDS was in Fort Detrick. Or was it just, you know, they took it to Fort Detrick so it could lift some weights and get fucking jacked and then get out here into the world? You know. Yeah, go look up Plum Island, yo. Oh, that's new to me, yo. That's new news to me. Al Nasir, you speak on the Chinese soldiers in Ukraine. Chinese soldiers in Ukraine. That's interesting. I have not. I need to look that up. That's wild. Oh, 100% Forging Freedom. They got the island of, they trying to create the island of Dr. Moreau. Y'all remember that? The island of Dr. Moreau. They trying to make animorphs and shit. Man, I'm telling y'all. They doing this shit in the name of science, and people think this shit is cool. People think them dire wolves is cute. Like I said, they looking at Game of Thrones. And oh my God, Arya Stark had one. That shit is dangerous. I think people be tripping when they be having pet foxes. Nigga, you fucking crazy? That's a fox. It might eat your kid. The fuck you got a fox living in a house for? Oh, a dire wolf? Some shit that you cannot fight. No, I thought Mike Tyson was crazy when he had a tiger. I said, the fuck, this nigga had a tiger? The tiger, I don't care how bad you are, Mike, that tiger will fuck you up. I don't want no shit that I can't beat. I don't want no shit that can kill me in my sleep. I already got one of those. It's called a wife. I don't want no fucking animal that can fucking kill me in my sleep. That I can't fight. Yeah, foxes are cute till they go do that fucking yell. Sound like a woman getting raped. You ever heard a fox? They yell like they getting raped. You want an alligator? I want to eat alligator. How about that? I don't want an alligator. But I can't believe they doing this shit. A fucking dire wolf, man. They got to miss me with that shit. Speaking of fucking more crazy science shit, look at this shit. This is at Disney. So Disney taking them fucking robot dogs from whatever that company is, and they making little cute Disney animals. So they use, I forgot the name of the company. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They got the robot dogs to be doing all the crazy shit. Now that Disney's trying to use them to make the fucking animals from their movies, I don't trust that shit. Could you imagine being at Disney and you're like, oh my God, it's toothless. Oh, look at Simba. You see Simba? No, they made Mufasa. And then Mufasa fucking eyes turn red and that nigga jump on your ass. Thank you, Boston Dynamics. I appreciate you. And fucking Simba and fucking Mufasa jump on your ass and stomp you out with their robot feet. Nope. Can we just keep the regular animatronics that we have that ain't got no real range of motion? They just in one spot. They might got a little fake roar and they move their head and maybe shake. They can't fucking walk. They can't run you down. Who gonna outrun a fucking robot dog with hydraulic legs? Huh? Who gonna outrun a robot dog with fucking hydraulic legs? I can't. Usain Bolt can't either. You want a Siberian or a saber-toothed tiger? Now listen. I hope they don't do that shit. I hope they do not go back to prehistoric times and figure out to bring back some shit like that. Jeannie Ryder said Direwolf meets Skynet. Must be nice not having a job. Robert Sterling, don't get kicked out the trap, man. We're having fun over here, okay? You over here because you saw Trump's name in the fucking title. Is that why you over here? Huh, Robert? Who can't jump a fence? You okay? They turned that motherfucker into sport mode. I better to clear that goddamn fence. You will post the hardest high. If you get a saber-toothed tiger, you got to take one of them pictures from back in the 90s. Remember the ones in the 90s where they had like the spray painted like background? It'd be a Lexus, like a Lexus LS. You gotta have a Cuban link on with the saber-toothed tiger next to you holding like the money phone. Like that's how you gotta do that if you get a saber-toothed tiger. But after that, that saber-toothed tiger is gonna puncture your neck and drag you off under your bed and eat you. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. I don't want masters or any dogs like that because, God forbid, I have to pee in the middle of the night and now I'm fighting for my life because he wants to be the next pack leader. Yeah, this nigga try to mount you. You gotta take a piss. Now you gotta fight your wolf with your dick out. I don't want to be found dead with my dick out. I don't. I remember I was working at the casino and with this nigga that worked, he was one of my technicians. I'm in the bathroom, using the bathroom, washing my hands. This nigga's behind me, like moving like this. I said, nigga, don't pass out in this bathroom because I am not touching you with your dick out. I said, you will lay there until the fucking paramedics come. I said, you all right? Hey, shit. Oh, no. It's bad enough me having to fucking, because you got, like, that's how you got to do sometimes, right? Like with my dog, when I had my dog, when I first got him, he was 6 months old, and that nigga wanted to challenge me all the time. I had to fight that nigga. And pin his ass to the ground, like, and let him know who the fuck the boss was. And then he never tried me again after that. Once he realized who was the pack leader, it was a wrap. You get your fucking little cute ass direwolf and that shit get his balls dropped and he want to test your ass. Nigga, you gonna have to shoot that dog. Nope. Y'all can keep that shit over there. Okay? Over there. Alright? This shit made me laugh. Okay? I laughed so hard. There's an old video, but it's fucking funny. So this guy said, this is why I can't be gangster. Listen to this shit.
Hey, reason number 4 why I can't be a gangster or gangbang. Like this, like a hurricane, big stand, duck, dirt, race cars, lasers, airplane, pizza, duck, blur, all rewrite history, ducktail, I can't know DuckTales no more, so I gotta act like I don't know DuckTales. Oh, but the best part, to get the danger left behind you, to dance a stranger out to find you, grab onto some DuckTales. You telling me you don't feel like a woo? So I gotta forget about Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Hey, they were the first ones who showed us that you can wear red, blue, and green and get along. Uncle Scrooge? Wait, I gotta forget about Lunchpad? I don't know Lunchpad no more. The pilot? I don't remember Lunchpad no more. That's what you said.
Yo, I was sitting there laughing my ass off when he said that shit. And I was like, yo, imagine spinning the block on the ops. And in your you don't got no drill music playing in your ear. You got the DuckTales theme song when you about to spin the block, yo. Oh my gosh. Nigga pull up on you at the right time. The danger lurks behind you. You just start letting that thing go. The DuckTales, yo. I laughed so fucking hard. I don't know why I thought about that. Like, yo, imagine a nigga spinning the block on the ops to DuckTales. That shit would be crazy. I need somebody to do a. I might have to do a skit. I might have to do a skit. I might have to do a DuckTales skit. I might have to do a DuckTales skit at the office at night. Take one of my guns. Well, I always keep something on me. Take one of the fucking. I might take the black out. I got some shit. Matter of fact, I already know what to do. I'm gonna take my CO2 AR. I got a CO2 AR. I'll take that shit out there. I'm gonna have to do the fucking DuckTales skit. That shit might be fucking hilarious. DJ, nah. I haven't seen the DJ mixes that had cartoon things. You got, yo, send me that shit, JR. Oh my gosh, yo. That shit is funny. The hardest theme song to slide to is X-Men. X-Men sound like that Whitney Houston song. Whatever you want from me, giving you everything. You know what I'm talking about? Matter of fact, it's got to be where they got it from. X-Men that's one of the dopest theme songs. But DuckTales, the nigga went hard on whoever had the horn, whoever was playing the trumpet. He went hard. He went hard in that theme song. That nigga was like this. He was playing that shit like he was trying to win a spot on somebody's fucking tour bus. The dude with the trumpet went hard. Like he was killing that shit. He was killing that shit. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? Nah, Baby Shark, I can't do it no more. What's the other one now? Monkey Banana or some shit like that? Now they got some shit called Monkey Banana, some shit like that. I was like, oh my God, they gotta stop with these earworms, y'all. Oh my gosh, y'all. It says a theme song niggas used to kill ops listening to the Temptations. Oh man, I'm telling y'all, I laugh so hard, y'all. I'm gonna have to do that skit, y'all. I got a couple of skits I got in my head. I just gotta do them. Them shits will go, I think. I think them shits will go. Like Goldstein found his niche with the fucking AI reading the fucking tweets and shit. That shit is funny. I be having some shit that I could pull off. Thanks, JR, I got it. I be having some shit that I could pull off, right? Like I got this one. I don't know, I ain't gonna give them away. How much y'all niggas taking? But I got this one where I'm giving like a fucking, like a black, you know, like that black talk you used to get from your parents when you came in the house late and shit like that. I got one of them like for my guns and shit. The DuckTale one, spinning the ops on the DuckTale shit. I gotta do that shit. I'm gonna do that shit. That shit gonna be fucking hilarious. Oh, I can't wait. Oh my gosh. But that shit made me laugh. I was like, yo, that you could be a gangster listening to DuckTales, nigga. I'm just saying. Speaking of 90s, who remember this song? I can rewind this shit down the bottom. Damn. All right, so next Grifties, right? Next Grifties, that's how we need to dress. We need to dress 90s Pan-African. That's how we need to dress. That's how we need to dress right there. Get the back to Africa, or get the Africa medallions. Dress like Kool Moe Dee and them. Fucking Sounds of Blackness. This Sounds of Blackness, by the way. We need to all show up to the Grifties dressed like this. This shit will be fire. Rudy, that was the shit. Yo, one day I just thought about the song, right? I'm in the car. I was like, yo, I'm gonna listen to some Sounds of Blackness. They had a couple of hits. I was like, I'm gonna listen to some Sounds of Blackness for some reason. Don't know why I wanted to listen to Sounds of Blackness. And I'm playing that shit. I had that shit on repeat. My wife was in the car losing her mind. Like, nigga, turn this song off. She's like, I like this song like everybody else, but you done played this shit 20 fucking times. I'm one of the people that'll do that shit. Like, if I like something and I'm really like, that's like my I don't know, my ADD kicking or some shit. I don't know what the fuck happened, but like I'll do that shit and I'll just repeat that motherfucker. Right? Monkey, what's it? Monkey Banana or Monkey Baby? Which one is it? Anyway, but one day I was fucking with her, right? So she had a little get together here at the house. And I can control, they be using my Spotify, and I be getting pissed that they be using my fucking Spotify because I got them Amazon Music. Spotify for me. These niggas be using my Spotify, so they'll ask Alexa to play some shit on Spotify. And I be pissed. I'm like, come on, yo. So, I got they asses. So she's sitting there playing her little music and shit with her friends. And I just kept putting Sounds of Blackness on the fucking Alexa. I kept changing that shit from my phone. I turned that song into psychological warfare out this bitch. I turned that song into psychological warfare out this bitch. She was so pissed off. She came in the basement ready to whoop my ass. She's like, can you please stop it? Oh, that shit was fucking funny. Oh man, I love it. I love doing that shit. But I don't know why that song was in my head. Why am I sweating so hard? You know what it is? It's that turmeric. I put cayenne pepper in that shit too. Cayenne pepper be having a nigga sweat. I've been making sure I get my cayenne pepper. What's the name? Barbara O'Neill. Cayenne pepper. I'll be getting that shit in my. I'll be putting that shit in my. That's way too high. What the fuck? Who's that? That had to be one of my kids. Yeah, is that it? Oh, there we go. That shit over there. I need this fucking fan in the fucking. There we go. I've been putting cayenne. I either put cayenne pepper in shit, or I'll just put it in some water and drink that shit with some apple cider vinegar. But yeah, cayenne pepper will heat you the fuck up. Yeah, my wife came downstairs like, can you fucking stop? I was done, that bitch rolling. I was like, all right. I said, use Apple Music, goddammit. I'm listening to my Spotify. I be irky sometimes, y'all. But that was the shit right there. That shit took me back. I mean, I was a young boy back then. Like, my mother used to listen to that song. She'd be upstairs. This is back when, like, you had to put, like, the cassette. Like, if you wanted to record off the radio, you had to put the cassette tape in there. And you might be able to call through and request the song so they play the shit so you could record it. Or you might catch that shit and you hit the record button on your cassette tape. But if you didn't have a recordable cassette tape, then you had to take, like, what I used to do, because my sister used to get perms back in the day. I take the fucking Just For Me. Remember y'all in Just For Me? Just For Me had the little cassette tape, the how-to cassette tape and that shit. My mother ain't never used that shit. So I take Just For Me cassette tape, and then I'll put pieces of, like, toilet tissue in the little indentations in the top, so I can record over the Just For Me. Tape songs I wanted to hear and shit. That shit took me back to that shit. But that song, boy, that song was in every black movie. They play that song at the end of the movie, and then you see the character talk like, ha, and then they fucking freeze, and then that shit turn gray and say, Calvin went on to go to DeVry University where he got his associate's degree in something. Oh, man, that's another good skit, goddammit. That's another good skit. I need to think of how to use that shit. Oh, man, that's my shit right there. I like Sounds of Blackness. What's the other one? Mr. Window, yeah. Who was that? Mr. Window. Who was that? I can't remember what group that was. They was the same ones like, Lord, I really feel real stressed. Down and out. Wait, who was that? I can't think of the group. We were playing horseshoes. Yeah, I seen the mix. I seen that guy. I appreciate you, yo. What was the name of that group, yo? Thank you, Arrested Development. I appreciate you, JR. Yep, the Arrested Development. That was the shit, yo. Like, I was a young boy, but every cookout I went to with my parents, family reunion, fucking 4th of July cookout, Memorial Day cookout, Labor Day cookout. My mother had me dressed in a little tight ass little fucking short set and shit. Mother had me dressed in a little tight ass short set and shit, yo. Oh my gosh, that shit is fucking funny. You walking around, they make you dance and shit. You sitting over in the corner. Oh my gosh, those was the days. Those was the days. Oh my goodness. Take me to another place. Take me to another. Yeah, that was the shit, yo. Damn, I'm about to make me a '90s playlist. That should be dope. When we do the Hotep cookout, protocol. You still here, yo? We do the Hotep cookout, nigga. We need some Sounds of Blackness. We need Arrested Development. We gonna need some dope ass '90s music, yo. BB and CC Winans, joy. That wasn't BB and CC Winans. Who was that? That was Raw Bass. Joy, pump it up, and pain. Sunshine, light, and rain. Give it to me, Raw Bass. Yeah, yo. De La Soul, yep. Tribe Called Quest. Yo, we need a Hotep 90s playlist, bro. Hotep 90s playlist, my nigga. Make sure we got that. I know Pro got it. That'd be great. Hotep cookout potluck. Yeah, everybody bring a dish. We go to the park, get a pavilion, set up the horseshoes. You gotta play horseshoes, yo. It ain't a black cookout if you ain't got horseshoes. Fuck, like white people got cornhole. And cornhole's fun. Cornhole is fun. I do like me a good game of cornhole, right? But horseshoes is the OG. Matter of fact, my father used to keep a horseshoe set in his car for just such an occasion, like anybody's cookout or family reunion. My father be like, who trying to play some horseshoes? Oh, you got horseshoes? You got horseshoes? That nigga go to the tray, pop the trunk like he about to get the fucking chopper. That nigga pull out them 2 steaks and 4 horseshoes. I think it's 6 horseshoes, right? I think each person get 3. Is that how that shit work? I can't remember no more. Or was it 4 horseshoes and you had teams? Each person got 2. Each team got 4 horseshoes. I don't remember. But yeah, back in the day, they played horseshoes like a mug. You played cornhole last month? You said you never played horseshoes? Oh, man. It's the same shit. It's basically the same thing, to be honest with you. You drive 2 stakes in the ground, about the same distance as the cornhole, and then you got horseshoes, and you gotta get the horseshoe to fucking to go around the stake. It's the same as fucking cornhole. Car wash, Rosewood. Oh, we gotta do all of that. You know what I mean? That's an up north thing? Horseshoes an up north thing? Really? I always would have assumed that it would have been a down south thing. Horseshoes be dope. Now I want a fucking set of horseshoes. And it's not hard. It can't be hard to get. I bet you Amazon got a horseshoe kit. I bet Amazon got a horseshoe set. Like cornhole is cool. It's the same thing, but horseshoes is I feel like, I don't know. What's more difficult? I don't know. I guess they both got the same difficulty, I think. But horseshoes used to be fun. So I'm telling you, look up horseshoes, yo. It's literally, it's nothing like you just sitting there, you hear that cling, because somebody done got that horseshoe because you tossing it underhanded and making the horseshoe flip. but you want the horseshoe to go around the fucking, the steak. Like, this shit used to be fun. You never seen horseshoes at a barbecue? That shit was always at a barbecue here. Always at a barbecue here. My uncles, they be out that bitch, boy. I can see it right now in my head, yo. My Uncle D will be out that bitch with his jean short. Like, y'all think that shit a trip. Y'all think they be joking like y'all think they be joking on those memes where the dudes be having on the jean shorts with the polo shirt tucked into the shorts, or the collar, the tucked into the shorts and shit, with their cell phone or they pager on their hip with the Monarchs, with the calf high socks. Nah. That was OG Uncle attire. Whether you was on the grill or you was playing horseshoes, that was the attire. Everybody uncle came out there. But my Uncle D used to come out there with the light blue jean shorts. He had on a white tee tucked into his jeans with his pager, and he come out that bitch with some kind of hat on, like a brim, like a trucker hat with the little rope that go across that bitch. I can see it with some Reebok pumps. That nigga had on a pair of Reebok pumps with the calf high socks, ready to kill a nigga in some horseshoes. Yeah, the Spice Adams look. That shit was legit 90s unk attire. Oh, y'all play horseshoe like in basketball? We called it horse, yeah. Now, horseshoes is like cornhole. It's just like black cornhole. I thought that shit was universal. Y'all telling me that shit the only up here thing? I thought that shit, when you hear horseshoes, I thought that shit was like a southern thing for real. I played horseshoes in the South. I played off the curb in Boston. Off the curb, I heard about that. Bocce ball. Montoya, see, here we go. Montoya, she from that era, right? Montoya said we played horseshoes and cornhole and bocce ball. You played horseshoe with people in Florida or bocce ball? Yo, I'm telling y'all, we gotta have a Hotep cookout. We gotta have a Hotep cookout. We need all the fucking Hotep music from the 90s. We gotta get Uncle Hotep out that bitch. Do we put Unc in the Unc attire? Right? Do we put Unc in the Unc attire, or do we put Unc in the African Unc attire? The only difference between the Unc attire and the African Unc attire is the African Unc attire, they be having them fucking sandals on, them closed-toed sandals. The black closed-toed dress sandals and shit. That's the only difference. Y'all didn't have cookouts like that, man. We was at a cookout. The summertime, we was at a cookout every week. I remember that shit. Cookout every week. I'm forced to play with somebody's kids that I don't even know. Yo, it was crazy, yo. It was, but them summers, them 90s summers, boy, it was some, man, bring back memories on a nigga. Bring back memories on a nigga, man. I'm telling you. I'm missing a story. Hold on. Where is it at? Here we go. So, before we get to the Trump shit, check this out, yo. This shit is crazy. I didn't even fuck it. I didn't even crop this. This shit crazy, though. Fuck it. Y'all can just see it.
As you heard, the details surrounding this murder-suicide are just heartbreaking. There's really no other way to put it.
McIntyre Law Chopper 4 over the scene yesterday. All 5 members of the family found dead inside their home.
Tonight, the details of what happened are clear, but the why is still unknown and may never be known. News 4's Taylor Mitchell is live tonight. Taylor?
Well, no reports were filed at the courthouse today, but we do know the youngest child survived. Police tell us he's the one who notified authorities.
It's unclear what made him want to go through the home, killing the children. But make no mistake about it, what happened in that residence was nothing short of a massacre.
Those children were hunted down and killed after the woman was killed.
A murder-suicide, leaving 5 family members dead inside an Oklahoma City home Monday morning.
It's unknown if it was planned or if it was something spontaneous.
Investigators say the suspect, Jonathan Candy, shot his wife Lindsay and 3 of his children, Dylan, Ethan, and Lucas Candy.
Investigators determined that sometime overnight, the husband and father in the home, Jonathan Candy, became involved in an altercation with his wife Lindsay. At some point, he armed himself with a gun and shot her multiple times, killing her. At that point, he systematically went through the home, shooting and killing their children.
In the home during the time of the shootings, Candy's youngest son, the 10-year-old, not hurt, the sole survivor.
He had apparently been asleep the whole time. Again, it's unclear why he was left alone.
Police say the 10-year-old woke up to find all of his family members shot to death, and he is who called 911.
The child was placed with a relative to take care of him.
Discover Oklahoma interviewing the couple in 2022 about one of their favorite bakery and deli shops.
That sounds like some Crispin Wash shit. At first when I seen it, because the reason I clicked on it, I was like, damn, Chris Pratt killed his family? Nigga look like Chris Pratt. I'm like, damn, Chris Pratt killed his people? But then it was like, the nigga name was John Candy, and he just killed his family. I'm like, that sound like, isn't that the shit that happened with Chris Benoit? Then the nigga almost decapitated himself. He killed himself by dropping like 100 pounds of weights on his fucking head or something crazy. That shit's crazy. It's worse than Chris Benoit's story. That shit is crazy, yo. Okay, thanks, yo. That's it. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. I'll make sure I give it like 10 seconds or something like that. That shit's wild, Joe. And the 10-year-old boy was not touched. Was he not, like, why? Like, why was he not touched? Did he, like, I'm assuming, like, did he not get him because he was, like, he ran out of bullets and he still needed to kill himself? Like, he shot his wife and his other kids, and then the nigga ran out of bullets. Well, he only had 1 bullet left in the chamber. And he would have got the other little boy, but he still needed to off himself, so he let the little boy survive. You think that could have been, like, why the little boy was alive? Like, that's the only thing I'm thinking about. Yeah, Chris Benoit, his shit was CTE. He was tripping. He was tripping. Like, he was getting paranoid. He thought people was following him and some more shit. Yeah, he was slowly losing his mind. I just saw that story. I was like, that's fucking crazy. But, like, what if the 10-year-old did it? Now we in our conspiracy bag. What if the 10-year-old did that shit? What if the 10-year-old did it and he staged that shit like his dad did it? And got away with it like the good son. That shit is wild. That shit. But I think the more reasonable thing I think that might have happened is that he shot too many times at his wife. He killed the other kids. And he ain't had no more bullets left. He had 1 bullet for himself. And that nigga just killed himself. And the other little boy was sound asleep in the house. That shit is sad. Could you imagine waking up and you wake up, you little boy, you wake up like you Kevin McAllister, and you walk out that bitch and your family laid out dead and bloodied from gunshot wounds? Damn, that little boy gonna be in therapy for the rest of his life, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I couldn't imagine that shit, y'all. Damn. I feel bad for that kid, man. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, what you think made that father snap like that, though? Why did he snap? That's the thing I want to know. That shit is crazy. What the fuck did he find out? He found out none of his kids was his but the 10-year-old? That'd be crazy. What if he found out that none of them other little boys was his except for that 10-year-old? The 10-year-old was his only kid. That was his only biological kid. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Financial? I don't know. You just take yourself out. Like, I don't know. That shit's crazy. That's a possibility. I don't know. That shit was crazy to me, yo. Damn. I feel bad for that little boy, man. He gonna be in therapy for the rest of his life, man. I hope he don't do nothing to himself. Anyway, let's get to this last thing. Let's get to this Trump stuff. So watch this.
Happened, and now the Dow is in a little bit of a positive territory. So a little bit of volatility as people price in some of the discussions this morning as the White House says over 50 countries have contacted the White House looking to negotiate or at least discuss tariffs, and then the president having that meeting with Netanyahu today at 2 o'clock, a press conference at 2:30 during Sanders' show.
Yeah, and the president put out a statement that he had just gotten off the phone with the Japanese prime minister, that they were having productive conversations, and now just hitting, which seems to be when the markets turned around here, was that the EU is talking with the United States and with this tariff battle. And the statement from the EU is, we are ready to discuss with the U.S., but solutions need to be mutual advantage. So what you're getting is the sense that they're coming to the table. The negotiations are happening. And
So the EU, who was doing all that fucking saber rattling and fucking pump faking and selling all them wolf tickets, is ready to come to the table and talk. Is that right? Japan ready to talk. South Korea ready to talk. Israel said, yeah, we're going to go here. We're going to make a deal too. Vietnam said, look, we're going to cut all your tariffs out as long as we can cut a deal. Sound like Hotep's been told you. Sound like Canon Hotep been told you. The tariffs, on paper, it might have looked like a bad idea. But when you factor in the fact that the United States purchasing power is unmatched, and a lot of these countries' GDP and their fucking economy is dependent on how much the United States purchases from them, and that they were going to fold and come to the table to save their own asses. It seems like that's what's happening now. Trump used the tariffs as a tool. So let's just say all the countries come to the table and they cut their tariffs back dramatically. What was we spending? $96 billion a year in tariffs? So imagine us saving $96 billion. Let's just say we save $60 billion a year in tariffs. That's a fucking win. Not only that, we're saving money on the tariffs that we would have been putting out, right? We're saving money on the tariffs we would have been paying. Now you got countries and other companies coming back to America to do their manufacturing and run their businesses here for a tax cut, which will be boosting jobs and all that other shit. Fucking chestnut checkers. Chestnut checkers, people. Everybody talking about the sky falling, the sky falling, the sky. Don't let these countries start forgiving debt. Don't let these countries start forgiving debt. I told you guys there's a method to his madness. I've been explaining this shit to you guys since he announced the tariffs and people was going crazy. I don't just be talking out my ass. I do my research. I get educated. I do my studies, and then I come to you guys with a logical opinion. A logical opinion. I'm not an economist. I ain't go to school for accounting and none of that shit. I just have the ability to understand. I have the ability to learn. I have the ability to think outside and look outside the box. I seen how he was going to use it. I seen how he was going to play it. I seen it. And that's exactly how it's playing out right now. We're going to be in trouble. And now I'm not saying that we're out of the woods, because we're not. But right now, it looked like his plan is coming together. And I like when a plan comes together, people. What'd I say? Scared money don't make money. Everybody wanted to keep on going with the way things was because they were afraid to stand up to these other countries who are fucking taking advantage of the United States. Trump came in that bitch like, yeah, nah. How about no? Those countries can't go 4 years with a trade war with the United States. They got to come to the table and make a deal. Maybe China, but I think China not going to last a year. I think a lot of people owe, right now, a lot of people, I ain't going to say they owe him an apology, but I think a lot of people got to give him more credit than they do. I think a lot of people right now need to give Trump more credit than they've been giving him and give him an opportunity to make this shit work and stop crying every time, oh, the stock market took a hit. Ah! That's what they tell you to get you all scared. They tell you, oh, the stock market took a hit, that people start fucking panicking. Hold, nigga, hold. Don't let a nigga run you off your block. So right now, the shit is going according to plan. We're going to see how this shit keep moving. But right now, you got to give Trump his flowers on this shit. You got to give him the Don DeMarco. 50 countries is ready to talk because they afraid that if they go into a trade war with the United States, their country is fucked. Just like I told you. I even said this shit was Thursday? I've been saying this shit. I've been beating. You guys know I can beat a dead horse, goddammit. I've been saying this shit since they talked about tariffs and how this shit was going to play out and what the plan was. And that was me just speculating based off of looking at what he was doing. And it seems to be it seems to be working. Seems to be working. And how can you be mad? Because if the shit works, right? If his plan actually works and he's able to fucking bully these other countries into fucking submitting, right? All right, my cousin called it the creeping vine. The United States is the creeping vine. We done crept our way into everybody's pop culture and all that other shit. United States is too big to fail, goddammit. 50 countries. If this shit keeps going the way it's going and it's on this positive trend, right? Yes, thank you, JR. It's a game of fucking chicken. Exactly. And in these 50 countries, you know what they did? They fucking blinked, goddammit. They fucking blinked. They yelled uncle. They fucking swerved off the road. They playing chicken with Trump, and Trump is in a motherfucking bulldozer. Trump coming down the fucking, they playing chicken and Trump coming down with an Abrams tank. They just fucking moving out the way. If the shit work, there'll be no taxes on income, there'll be no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. It's a fucking win for the American people. Again, stop acting on emotions. I'm not talking to my audience, because my audience, you guys generally don't act on emotion. But stop acting on emotions, people. Stop acting on emotions. Think logically. Think through a scenario. Put yourself in the shoes of the person or the plan, and see if it was you and you had no other way, you had no other option but to make some shit work. What would you do to make that shit work? Then and only then Can you start to understand plans and scenarios and all of that other shit? Trump out here winning right now. He's fucking winning right now. They're gonna have to fucking get another biological weapon and throw that shit into society again in order to stop this nigga. The funny part, I ain't have a chance to pull them all. Maybe we do it later. You got videos of Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi and all these other older congressional members crying about the trade deficit and how unfair it is to the United States. They talking about that shit in the 90s and the early 2000s. Now all of a sudden Trump do something about it. All of a sudden the sky's falling, guys. He's going to tank the economy. That's not that shit y'all was talking in the 90s. The shit y'all was talking in the 90s is the shit Trump on right now. Now all of a sudden y'all against that shit? Why? Because it's Trump? Main thing is don't listen to mainstream media. He realized the trade deficit and pinpointed the main issue, yeah? He doing what he's supposed to do. He's being a good leader. Trying to make... I told you guys, I told you. Trump only there until 2028. Okay, after that, there will be no other Trump. J.D. Vance ain't going to be that. Okay? Once he's out of office, they're going to work at a breakneck pace to get shit back on track for 2030. So get your bag while you can get your bag now. Invest in the stock market, crypto, whatever you got to do to get your bag. Get that shit right now. Because when he gone, so is everything that he worked hard to do. Just want y'all to know that, man. But like I said, the main takeaway today, guys, is what's the word? Emotional. What's a good word? I can't think of it. Emotional control. Emotional intelligence. Be emotionally intelligent. Control your emotions. Take your emotions out of things. Look at the facts of the matter, okay? I'm not saying you can't have a heart. Have a heart about the things that you're thinking about, but also keep the shit within the scope and the realm of facts. Yeah, things all other presidents and politicians had the chance to fix, and they didn't want to, yeah. Campaign to cut waste. Obama never even went through with the shit. You know? Whether it's Trump and these tariffs and Doge and Elon, you know, making necessary cuts to fucking stop the hemorrhaging of funds leaving the United States and all of that other stuff. So even to this kid in Texas who stabbed the other kid in the chest. Think that shit through. Be factual about it. Try to take your biases out. And it's hard to take your biases out, okay? I understand that. I'm biased a lot of the times. And I tell you that shit. But try to take your biases out of it. Try to take the emotions out of it and look at the facts of the matter. It may not be the outcome that you want. Or it may not be the outcome that you expect. But at least you know what the truth is. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. I'm gonna take my black ass to work. I got to take a couple hours off because I had to work this weekend. So I'm going now, take care of some stuff. Anyway, if you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon, guys. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Share the stream. Let people know we were live. You catching the replay? Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism. You want to donate to the channel? $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Always welcome. Also, Kick subscriptions, guys. If you're over there watching on Kick, cup of coffee a month. Help support a struggling streamer over here. Anyway, until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't forget to blow your nose, guys, because the weather is crazy. Oh, man. And don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. Movie night tomorrow night. Movie night tomorrow night. I think we're going to do Gattaca. That was a request by Melissa Reeves. I think we're going to do Gattaca tomorrow. Either Gattaca or The Creator. One of those two. The Gattaca or The Creator. I don't know which one yet. More likely Gattaca. We'll figure it out. Anyway, until next time, it's Ken and Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss. I'll let y'all.